And we're good. Yay. Checking here. Yay, the YouTube has not exploded for once. I appreciate it, YouTube. Our phone magic is phone magic. Bam. Then, bam. Yay. I need a nap. It's one of those funny migraines too. I can feel tingling in my nose and I hate it. I hate every bit of it. Blah. Ah, water don't break. Perfect. Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, always drink water. Drink more water. Alright? Water is good for you. Unless you, like, live in the Fallout universe and there's radiation everywhere. In which case, maybe be careful with the water you drink. But, you know, drink water. You know, we don't all live in the Mojave. Alright? We'll be alright. We can thug it out. I wish the tingling in my nose would go away. God, I need to lay down. Anyway. Alright, enough yapping. My head is really bad right now, so we're just gonna, unfortunately... actually, you know what? No, we will wait for the Inagami song to play out. This is fucking Inagami. It might be my favorite Monster Hunter theme. It's definitely up there. I need to play more Frontier. I've been playing a mod run of Rise with Meow, where the Switch Axe moveset has been retooled, which has been very fun. Also, I was talking about Magic the Gathering with a friend. I don't play Magic the Gathering. I have little to no interest in Magic the Gathering, and until Magic the Gathering Arena decides to be a bit more consumer friendly, I'm probably not going to be more interested in Magic the Gathering. But the conversation, like, went to Universes Beyond and how, like, tremendously scuffed Universes Beyond is. Which makes perfect sense. Like, I'm gonna be real, like, Universes Beyond seems like an easy to accomplish thing for Magic the Gathering, and yet somehow they just don't. Yeah, hold on here. Bam. I think my main issue with Universes Beyond is just stick to fantasy. I think most people would probably be fine with Universes Beyond if it was just fantasy stuff, things that can reasonably fit within the realm of Magic the Gathering. Or, you know, things that at least make sense in the context of Magic the Gathering. I think that's the biggest problem, because me personally, when I see the things that are there, and I'm like, okay, but like, why though? There's a problem. I know why. Money, that's the reason why, but like, it's really weird to me. Hold on, I pull up a list here. Let's see, like The Walking Dead. That's just random. Stranger Things, maybe. Arcane, I can see League of Legends fits within the realm of Magic the Gathering. I can see that. Street Fighter. Okay, we're getting a bit funky now. Fortnite, y'all on crack. Y'all just really like. I think at that moment. That moment right there is when people were like, okay, we immediately know the direction this... Well, people knew immediately from the Walking Dead one where shit was gonna go. Because everyone was like, yeah, they're just like going to almost overwhelmingly prioritize this now, aren't they? Because it's gonna make them a lot of money, because of course it is. And what do you know? That's exactly what they did. So naturally, the people who've been playing Magic the Gathering for 30 fucking years are upset, because now their fucking card game feels like Fortnite. Yeah, I'd be a little pissed too. Warhammer 40k. That one's also a bit of a stretch. Transformers, no. Come on, dude. Dungeons and Dragons makes perfect sense. Lord of the Rings, perfect sense. Creepshow, I can see Creepshow working. Doctor Who, yeah. Yeah, I think you could squeeze that in there. Evil Dead, yeah. The Princess Bride. Okay, we're getting silly again. We're getting a little silly. Stop getting silly. They did not stop getting silly, because the next one was fucking Jurassic Park. I think a big problem with things like Universes Beyond is forgetting the fact that it's like the people who spend the most on your products are your legacy players. That's how it is. That's how it's always been. The people who stick with your franchise through thick and thin are the people that buy your products almost non-conditionally. And I say almost because the condition is don't be complete dog shit. I have an easy, like, parallel. Call of Duty, when Call of Duty used to do the year-long DLC, the map packs, players who only play Call of Duty for like a month or so don't buy those map packs. They don't really care. You know who does buy those map packs? People like me, who've been playing Call of Duty for years and love Call of Duty, or at least classic Call of Duty, and wanted to keep playing Call of Duty games that they liked, but with newer experiences. Those kinds of people. Those are the people that buy these things. So what happens when you ignore those people? For a flash-in-the-pan boost in sales. Your quality gets downgraded. Your product is no longer the product that your legacy players were enjoying. And realistically speaking, you're going to lose out in the long run. Because the things that people enjoyed about the franchise are no longer there. Business-minded people are extremely short-sighted as of late. See, back in my day, no, but back then, it was reasonable to deal with bad situations because of goodwill. Nowadays, in a weird way, I think a lot of companies are just scared of blowbacks from social media and simply don't care about goodwill anymore. I think that's the best way I can phrase it. Hi, Leia! Yeah, I'm here talking about, before we actually, you know, play the game. I'm sitting here talking about Magic the Gathering. I was talking about Magic the Gathering with a friend. I don't play Magic the Gathering, but pretty much all my friends do. And Magic the Gathering has a collab system called Universes Beyond, where they will make cards for other franchises. And recently, they basically made the decision to have half of all of the cards they make in a year be collabs. And it's really upsetting a lot of Magic the Gathering players. And it makes perfect sense why. Like, I don't blame any of the Magic the Gathering players for being upset at that. Especially because the core Magic the Gathering sets that are not Universes Beyond have just not been as good. So it basically feels like you've absolutely been ghosting my schedule. Yeah, I was supposed to stream yesterday, hence the stream today. My head is still turbo exploding, which is why I wanted to do something quick, which is why I picked PokeRogue. But now I'm sitting here talking about why Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond is a fucking terrible idea and is doing very, like, good short term, but doing terrible damage long term. Like, I'm going through the franchise, because that's another thing where I started with. Like, I think Universes Beyond would make perfect sense as long as they just stick to fantasy settings. But the problem is they don't stick to fantasy settings. It is really obvious that they're just going for whatever they think will make them the most amount of money. And that's obnoxious. I'm not tasking Action 52, no! Actually, if I were to task anything, I think it would be a tool-assisted speedrun of Space Megaforce on Super Nintendo. I love that game. And I think, honestly, like, more shoot-em-ups need to be tasked, because shoot-em-ups are, like, really interesting when they're tasked. You want to see tasks of shit game. I'm trying to think, what, like, bad game would be interesting to task? Because, like, there's a lot of bad games, but, like, so... I don't know. Has anyone did a task of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? I gotta go look that up. Hold on, actually. Yes, they have. XY2 has done it. The shittiest N64 game? Ah, man, that's a good question. That's a very good question, actually. Superman 64... What else do we got? I'm just going through list. Oh, Dark Rift is really bad. Yeah, that one's a bad fighting game. Deadly Arts, another bad. The task game before, man. I'm trying to think. It'd be a fun one to task. Like Piazza's Strike Zone is that's a bad sports game. War Gods is a bad fighting game. Oh, Razor Freestyle Scooter is really bad. The poor image just didn't pop up on stream. Sad. Bio Freaks would be hysterical. That game would be pretty good to test. It's another fighting game. Oh, Daikatana on N64 is really bad. And yeah, that one I think actually would be up there, because I actually don't know what the hell goes on in the rest of that game. I've only seen people play through the PC version of that game. I only know about the first world of the N64 version of that game. I don't know what the fuck else has changed in the N64 version of Daikatana. That one would be pretty interesting. Oh, oh god, that fucking tingling sensation in my nose is back. Ah! Ah! Fuck. Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero is another one that would be, like, funny to TAS. Yeah, do Bio Freaks. TASing fighting games is always funny. Bam. Alrighty. Enough yapping about Magic the Gathering. Let's get to, yeah, dude, I fucking love fighting game tasks, dude. It's so great. Most of the tool-assisted speedrunners I'm subscribed to are fighting game tasters, I should say a lot. Let's get to our next 5 songs and get to our game. I still have not played Sonic Mania. How much money do I have? I've been saving up a little bit because I'm pretty sure I need to buy I think I need to buy more Excedrin soon, so I've just been saving to be able to do that. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Ethical gaming. If Shuffle plays nothing but Sonic songs for the next couple of songs, I would be totally fine with that. I'm just saying Shuffle. That would be fantastic. God, I loved this stage too, dude. Jungle Joyride might actually be my favorite stage in Sonic Unleashed. Aw, it didn't play more Sonic songs. Bum 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 bum. I can't play that one. Play this one though. Yeah, it's also on PS1. Bam! Hey look, it's PokeRogue. Yeah, I think it's the volume we want. I'm pretty sure. Alrighty, enough yapping, enough trapping, and enough crapping. Let's play some PokeRogue. Some good old daily runs. Alrighty, let's see our buddies. We have a Teddiursa, a timid Teddiursa with pickup, which is pretty okay. It's Frustration, Hone Claws, Payback, and Counter. It's all neat. We have Iron Thorns, of course, with Court Drive. Also timid, for some reason. With Smackdown, substitute, Eerie Impulse, and Screech. So, pretty nice. And we have a Spinnerack, a lonely one, Swarm. With Pounce, substitute, Psybeam, Double Team. What in the world are these? This is gonna be a tricky run. Really? How slow is Teddy Ursa, actually? Yeah, that's not a good start. Little dude is slower than I remember it being. Oh god, it's this fucking thing. Unfortunately, I've not caught it before, so... Good. Gyro Ball, Hypnosis, Payback, Imprison. Good special defense. Max speed. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to want to use this thing. God, I hate Bronzong. No, my teddy bear! Alrighty, another new friend. Near max defense, Psyshock, Charm, Recover, Psybeam. With Magic Arc, that is also pretty nice. Rock Tomb, yes please. I like Smackdown though. Screech is actually pretty good for those double encounters. Eerie Impulse for lowering special attack. Maybe, we might want to keep that too actually. I like Smackdown, but how many, realistically speaking, how many ground weak things are we going to run into that also have like fly or have levitate? I think I could rather take Rock Tomb for the speed control, honestly. Body Slam! A lot of us can learn it. 30% paralysis chance is very useful. What would I give it to? Teddy Ursa honestly wouldn't be a bad idea. Instead of using Frustration. Because I have no idea what Frustration's power is right now. No one has a dark type move, do they? Yeah, I think we'll just thug it out. Hey! Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Take a nap. Holy shit, that worked. Right. Bonk. And it woke up immediately. You meanie. Actually, don't. Hold on. It has recovered. Of course it has recovered. Why wouldn't it have recovered? This is gonna be one hell of a daily run. Bonk. This is gonna be so annoying. You know what? Yeah, let's just... Why is Iron Thorn so tiny? I hate tasking with two controllers. I mean, you could just task like an arcade mode run. You could just do like an arcade mode run and just like fucking style on the CPUs on the hardest difficulty. That you can totally just do that. I'd be fine with that. That'd be awesome. Yes it is. BioFreaks is a very ugly game. Why does it survive at 1? This is gonna be the daily run of all time, Jesus Christ. It's a game called Bio Freaks. I don't know what else you were expecting. Mime Jr. and Hitmonlee. Don't like this. Don't like this one bit. Can only screech or Eerie Impulse one dude at a time. Probably not a good idea. Honestly, we might want to Rock Tomb the Hitmonlee just to have it slow down. I'm not too worried about the Mime Jr. Of course. Oh, this is gonna be the daily run of all time. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying. Alrighty, let's slow you down. This isn't even really gonna do all that much, but let's do it. Shuri swipes? This ain't Mystery Dungeon, no. That game ugly as fuck. Exactly! Pick another fighting game. Does it have to be on N64, or can I just think of something else? Because honestly, you said pick a fighting game. I got a lot of fighting games. Listen, if you want fighting games for me, you got it. N64 fighting games? Let's see, what would be like a decent one? Oh, hold on. What was that one? I gotta go look it up now. I mean, like, the easy answer would be, like, Killer Instinct, but, like, nah, we ain't here for that. Alright? Nah, we want that good shit. Ooh, Custom Robo would be pretty interesting, actually, but that one's more like an arena thing rather than a traditional fighting game. Let's see. I will know it the moment I see it. If this actually, like, pulls it up, that's gonna be hysterical. It did not. Give me a moment. I'm trying to like find the game. There's this one fighting game on N64 that's like really unique. No Mercy Plus? There's an extra version of No Mercy? Wait, that might go hard. Yeah, there it is. Fighter's Destiny. I think that should be the game. If you want like a decent fighting game, that one. This is gonna be so funky, but let's do it. No, I don't want to learn Fury Swipe's game. Slash. Do I need Slash if I have Body Slam? Probably not. Yeah. That could technically be possible. I don't think you should. That kind of defeats the purpose. Not gonna lie, roguelike tasks are kind of not interesting because of that. To me, the entire point of roguelikes is that you're supposed to deal with the randomness, so a tool-assisted speedrun of that kind of defeats the purpose of the entire genre to me. Oh, there's a bunch of Pokemon ROM hacks you could do. Like, I played Duel, and that one was really, really fun. It was a Pokemon Fire Red ROM hack, but with all Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. That one was very fun. Oh, Pokemon! Yeah, you know what? Yes, absolutely. Bonk. Uh-oh. Okay, he's alive. Yay. God, this area. Can't use the mic to make Pikachu do random shit. That's, Hey You Pikachu. That's not Pokemon Stadium. Although that would be hysterical, not gonna lie. Hey You Pikachu, just or Pokemon Channel. What the fuck would a task of the Pokemon Channel even be like? Let's see, what do we got? Electro Ball, Charge Beam, Roll Out Swift. Stats are bad, but new Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon Stadium would be neat. I don't think we need the speed control here. So I think we'll just Screech. We'll get rid of the Bronzong. I kind of want the Bronzor. Okay. So now we'll lower that speed and we'll pounce the Bronzor. It should one-shot it now that with the defense drop. There we go. Man, Thorns is doing a lot of heavy lifting. He's gonna have to do a bit more because I don't want to one-shot this thing, so. Speed is back to normal. We're going to Tomb it one more time. That should bring it right on the threshold. Or just kill it. Damn it! Play nice. Do I want to play nice? Nah. Potion would be very nice, actually. Thorns has been doing a very good job. I have an idea. We're most certainly faster, so we'll just Hit it with some good damage here, yeah. Oh, good. I really wish they'd give Iron Thorns an electric attack right now. Yay! Rest. That would actually be pretty good for Thorns. Actually, wait a minute. That would be pretty good for Thorns. Oh, that's gonna get on Bronzor. I think I could do without the Eerie Impulse. We can substitute, rest up, get some healing in. Rama. That did, like, negative damage. Bro, that hurt his soul more than it hurt him. Were you for real? Uh-oh. Okay, if I rest, it should be tanky enough to tank a few of those, right? Yeah. See, we're alright. Alrighty. Let's Screech. Okay. It's gonna keep Mudshotting. Area Dose resistant, but I also do, like, no damage to it. Oh, no, wait, it doesn't resist it. It's part poison. God damn it, I always forget that. Alright, double team. And Swords Dance, and of course, it still hit me. Bro. Pick anything here, Tacit, maybe someday we'll make the stadium cast. Don't know what I should do to it. What could you do? Like, an all rental only run would probably be, like, the most simple. Yeah, he's too fast. Lose one to the slaughter and thingamabob. Free run that shit. Ooh, okay, in that case, there's a ton you could do. You could go for like like a classic, like Gen 1 OU team. You know, you get your Tauros, your Chansey, your Snorlax, and then other Pokemon of your choosing. It's really funny, actually, come to think of it. Like, everyone always says that, like, the Psychic type in Gen 1 is the broken type. Bro, like, are we just ignoring the normal type? Honestly, normal type, holy dog shit, that fucking did so much damage. Full on free run. Oh, you're going balls to the wall. Alright, that should not do it. Of course not. Alright, so if I just rest it, I should be good. Unless it crits. It did not crit. Alright, so we're good. Alright, if it's just using Electro Ball, actually, never mind. We should be able to tank that pretty well. Here we go. Put up the substitute. Take another nap. And then when we wake up, we Screech, and then start rock sliding. Or two of me. One more. Alright, I want this thing's parents to feel this. Good. Iron Thorns wants to learn Bite. Bite is not electric. 17 eggs are ready to hatch. Skip to the summary? No, we're gonna watch every single one of these. What do we got? We got Klaus with Regenerator. Oh boy. With Shore Up. Jesus Christ. Oh god. Gotta wiggle it. Max HP now, that's pretty good. With Icicle Crash, that's random. Fletching! With a lot of extra stats out of that, that's pretty good. Burning Bulwark. Bobby. With Baton Pat. Ooh. 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 Oh, that's gonna be fun. Pinnacle! No more stats. With Recover, that's actually insane. Flomantis. A lot of extra attack out of that one. Pretty good. With Super... Oh! Oh, yay. Yay, that's gonna be really good. Gulpin. Ooh, match special defense. And attack, or special attack now. It's really good. No new moves, though. Poor guy. Got Tadbulb. A lot of extra speed into that one. Parabolic Charge. Toxel. Mario 64 ROM hack. You'll have it tasked in like 3 days. Give me a moment. Hold on. Because like there's one that's like not great. Boop. Set a URL to list, yeah. Yeah, Star Revenge redone. Do that one. Also, let me pull it up here. Boop. Boop. It says you sent the URL, or you sent the URL, but I don't see the URL. You might want to send it on Twitch. Twitch is a little less mean with URLs. Star Revenge redone. Yeah, I know there's like 50 of them. Because if I remember correctly, I remember that one is like really bad because it's just like really rudimentary. Oh, not even rudimentary, but yeah, that one's like not great. Ooh, Bug Buzz. Mareep! I want to hug it. It looks fluffy. It's Parabolic Charge. Got our boy Pukumuku with Comeuppance. C-Dot! A lot of extra stats on that one. With Kowtow Cleef. Jesus Christ. Look at this goddamn... Yeah, let me pull that up. Bam. No, you silly. Don't put it up there. You're going to make things explode. Jesus Christ, there are a lot. Let's see. Don't worry, I am efficient, alright? I am an efficient dog shit maker and dog shit finder. Ah! Yeah, this one. This one, the 2.0, or yeah, the 2.0 meme version. That one. That's the one I remember. Litwick! Yay, love sex. With Moonblast, ooh. Actually, wait, that's fucking crazy. Holy, oh god, ew, I don't, that's amazing. Don't get to, oh god! Oh no! Oh, that's gonna be gross. Oh. Oh, that's gonna be absurd. Hold on, what's Chandelure's special attack again? I gotta, just for reference, 145. We gave the fire ghost a fairy type move. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, YouTube does not like links. Which is weird. I'm pretty sure I allowed links in YouTube. I'm not sure why it's being mean. Let me see. Let me pull up this one. Lost Planet Extreme. Oh, God. Oh, that's silly. Press the random hack button. Listen, I'm not saying you need to do 100%, alright? If I land on Universal Constellation? You know what? Sure. Let's hit random. Let's see what pops up. Bam. Alright, here you go. There you go. how universal can constellations really be, huh? Also, yeah, let me double check my settings real quick. YouTube Studio, bam. Settings. Community moderation. I gotta fucking stretch this. Let's see, that's on my default. That's on my default. Oh, I see. Okay, so just during live chats, links are just straight up not allowed on YouTube. You can comment them, but you cannot do it during live chats. Yeah, because I'm like, wait, that makes no sense. That's kind of silly. Yeah. Which I guess makes sense, because that means that, you know, people can't just come in and then just start spamming, it's all in Dutch. That means people can't just, like, come in and, like, start spamming, like, funny links and, like, do stuff. That makes sense. So, yeah. Goldine! With dragon dick. What the hell? That's so random. Chespin! Yay! I love Chespin. Chespin's my favorite of the Gen 6 starters. Yay! Good synthesis! Yay, I love Chespin. Lynn! I like Lynn. The reviews. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, that's a lot of max stats out of this one. Jesus. With Pardix, jeez! Okay. Seal. With Bouncy Bubble. Alright. Got a lot of good eggs out of that. A monkey ball hack. Or not, I'm just curious. Let's see, Solosis, you're like 20 levels below, but I believe in you. I should not have believed in you. You need to play this on stream soon. Tilt-O-Rama, oh lord. Oh, he's just like always slide. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ba, ba. Yeah, this one looks silly. Ooh, the best sound out here. Honestly, I could start statting up area dose. Let's see. You know what? No, let's do it again. Let's see, how many times do I have to use double team before this guy actually misses me? fuck that. I'm getting max. Alright, there we go. We're now at max evasion. Let's max out our attack. Bruh! Super Mario 64 in under 30 minutes. Bro, I've never even played the original game that much. Super Mario 331. In this hack, there's a calendar on screen where a day passes every 5 seconds. Beat the game before Mario dies on March 31st. This would be pretty funny for me, considering I'm, like, not fucking intimately familiar with Mario 64, actually. Self-destruct. Honestly, yes. My mango. Let's not switch area dose. Do I want to switch out Bronzor? Maybe. I think I... No, actually, Thorns would probably be pretty bad. If I blow up, what are the odds that Voltorb will hit area dose with the self-destruct? Lego Mario is real 64. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, this is beyond cursed. Nah, it's not fast enough for either of those to work. How much power did? Okay, I have a lot. Alright, yeah, we'll just wait. No, go back. Need to go back! Safeguard! Honestly, yeah, I want that. I think instead of in prison. No Pokemon Live. Not today. Maybe soon, because the Mega Evolution set just like came out recently. So I pulled a couple of packs. I don't know what I'm gonna try out. We could probably do like some deck building and just like throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. Tomorrow I'm doing more Street Fighter 6, but I can do some Pokemon Live the day after. I've been meaning to try out the new cards. The new Gardevoir looks fucking ridiculous. Like, I already pulled a couple of those. I'm pretty sure you could just use a standard Gardevoir deck and just throw in a couple of Mega Gardevoirs and be like, fine, couldn't you? Like, that Gardevoir looks absurd. Why is that Magnemite so fast? Are you for fucking real? Mega Manager. I don't remember. I pulled one of those. I don't remember what it does. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with the Pokemon TCG. I can't like comfortably build decks in Pokemon TCG like I can with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm not familiar enough with it yet. Like, I can reason out why people are using what they're using once I actually see the deck, but like, as far as actually building it myself, like, I can't put the pieces together yet by myself. Girder, I will switch. Is this a good opportunity to maybe go into Ariados? What are the chances that this thing has rock type moves? Not high, because it seems that most of the things here have like regular movesets. Let's see what happens. I swear, these daily runs are handcrafted every time to be as debilitating and morally draining as possible. Started playing Magic the Gathering, but gave up because it was boring. Yeah. Like, every time I'm like, think I'm interested in Magic the Gathering, I was literally talking about Magic the Gathering at the beginning of the stream and Universes Beyond and why it's, like, not good. Yeah, like, to me, the biggest problem with Magic the Gathering is accessibility. If Magic the Gathering Arena was a bit more free-to-play friendly, I would consider giving it a try. One. But then there's a second issue. Magic the Gathering's most popular game mode, Commander, is not in Arena. Which would have been a perfect opportunity to play the game with my friends, because playing with friends is the easiest way to get into games like this, right? Why don't they have the most casual, friendly mode? And I have no one to play with in real life, so I'm not going to spend literal thousands of dollars doing it in real life. Like, why would I even... Like, why? Like, why is genuinely the biggest question. I get it. Like I said, I like the Pokemon TCG. Like, it is fun. Sometimes it's that simple. It's just, you just play the games you enjoy, and if you can't play them, then it's just not... Then what do, you know? God, that does, like, no damage. I kind of want to switch to Iron Thorns. He's probably going to use another Rock-type move when he wakes up. He's probably going to do a Fighting-type move here, but I got to Screech in order to lower his defense to make this actually do any damage. Yeah, that was a crit, and it still, like, put him on 1. Yeah. 850 on products and cards and started making this channel. Yeah. See, I'm kind of lucky, because, like I said, like, I don't have the money to be playing card games, so, like, I only play digital card games, or digitally accessible card games. Which is why I get so upset when the digital versions of card games are so bad, because for some people... That's the only way they have of playing this game at all. So when the only way they have to play the game is dog shit, it feels really bad. That explains why he was able to tank that. These all kind of are not great. Yeah, this daily run was designed by a fucking villain. This game is mean. try another run. What else is in the mega set? Because, like I said, I've seen the Lucario and the Gardevoir, obviously. I pulled a couple of other ones. Actually, you know what? Yeah, just for the sake of it, we'll just, like... Not save quit. Yeah, no. We actually want to, like, end. Or not end, but you know what? Hold on, yeah. We'll, boop! We'll shrink that for a moment. Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up the game, because, like, I only know what's in the game. Because, again, I only play the game. I'll show what I've, like, pulled so far. Pulling from game packs. Routine server maintenance. Blah 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 blah. Also, just Pokemon Live crash a lot. Okay, so, like, crashing is not an issue I have with it. The issue I... Also, hold on. Let me, like, turn the music on while we're, like, doing this just so it's not, like, dead air in my voice. There we go. But, yeah, no, crashing isn't usually the problem. The problem is just, like, one, general, like, usability and UI stuff could be better. And what I mean by that is that, like, this game forgets that, like, the mouse has two main buttons, and you can't use right-click for anything. Right-click and left-click do the exact same thing all the time, every time, and it's really unergonomic. Which makes, like, deck building take way longer than it should, as well as, like, UI presentability, which, let's create here. I just put in Mega. Let's see, what have I pulled? Yeah, I pulled Mega Venusaur. Oh, perfect example! Perfect example what I mean by UI stuff. So, I have the Mega Venusaur here, right? I also have every, at least one of the other arts that I pulled. But, this is annoying as hell, because it doesn't just show me all of them. Like, just show me all the arts at once. Because you know why? Because what happens is, when I want to add these to a deck, rather than just adding the ones I have, because let's be real, I currently have 4, right? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, what ends up happening is it only adds the one of the art that's displayed, which means I have to go 1, 2, 3, and then go over to this one, bam, and then go over to this one, bam, bam. That's very tedious. You have to, like, basically manually insert every single card one at a time. It's so annoying. Now, for reference, if I shrink this, does that... No. Okay, so you know what? Hold on. Let me pull this up, because I talked about this with friends. I'm going to do it on stream, too, just so I get this across. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Bam. Yeah, I always say Master Duel has, like, the best interface for digital card games, and I will continue saying that, because it does. Because, like, this will help, like, emphasize the point. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up Master Duel. Ooh, yeah, I love this song. Alright, Master Duel. Here we are. Go to a deck. Just make a new one. Alright, right off rip. Oh yeah, the music is also fantastic. Yeah, like everything about... Listen, when people complain about Master Duel, the thing they usually complain about is the meta. No one ever complains about anything else about Master Duel, really. Visually, it looks nice. The music is nice. The UI is nice. Whenever there's bugs or glitches, they're fixed very fast. So, yeah, look, right here. This is Master Duel. You can see all the cards I have, and you can see cards I don't have. First things first, there's a button you can press to only show the cards you own. Just a button. Just a quick click. Bam, 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 bam. that's so clean, precise, and efficient, because it means you don't need to worry about what you don't have, or if there's something you do want, it's easier to show. So there's that. Second of all, adding cards. Like any other card game, you can just drag it over, right? You know what else you can do? There's also a button here for it when you click the card. And you can right-click. The right-click has an alternate function on the deck building screen to just add or remove cards based on what section you're on. That streamlines deck building so much. It makes it very quick to just start piling your stuff together and make it as easy as possible. Right? Like watch, like right here, real quick. You know what? We'll do this, we'll do this. You know what else you can do in Master Duel? Related cards. Hey, look, here's this card. Here's all the cards that are closely tied together with this card, like previous versions or certain evolutions or things like that. It makes it really easy to, like, again, pick the certain things that you're looking for and just, again, streamline it. That's the key word. Streamline, right? Same thing here, right? Yeah, exactly. You can build a deck by yourself in a minute. It takes no time at all. Like, look at this, right? And also, again, the shiny versions of your cards are separated so you don't accidentally, like, stack them. Because, like, I don't have another version of Blue Eye Spirit. But look, right here, it shows you... Right here, it shows you the alternate, how many of all the versions of this card you have. It shows you your commons, it shows you your shinies, and it shows you your ultra shinies, right? It shows you all the versions of that card you have, and guess what? If you're adding card, let's say I go 1, 2, 3. Hey, look! It adds the other version that I have, even though that wasn't from the pile I was pulling, because of course I want 3 of this card, so it just automatically adds the one I have, even though it's an alternate art. Like, that's a no-brainer in my mind. Like, of course you would do it that way. That makes perfect sense. It streamlines the deck building process. Bam, 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 right? Bam, 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 bam. Look at that. So fast, right? Bam, bam, bam. It's so clean. It's so efficient. It is so helpful. It's genuinely, it is mind-boggling that other card game, because mind you, Pokemon TCG Live is not the only one that has that issue. Every single fucking card game I played online has this issue, basically, where deck building takes forever. How's Pot of Greed banned? I have a video on my channel where I go over all of the banned cards in Master Duel, but to make it really quick, Pot of Greed is banned in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the immediate usability of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the power level of individual cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is much higher than other card games on average. So, something like Professor's Research is fine in Pokemon because there's systems in place that delay the usage of other cards, right? Like, the obvious one being you can only use 1 trainer card per turn. So if you use your Professor's Research, you can't use Boss's Orders, as an example. Or you can't use Iono. Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not have that rule. If you use Pot of Greed, you can just use it again. If you use Graceful Charity, you can just use it again. There are no limits to those cards unless it says so on the card. Unless the card says once per turn, you can just use it again. And even if the card says once per turn, there are certain cards that are soft once per turns and certain ones that are hard once per turns. A soft once per turn. Yeah, exactly. Every card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an item unless it says otherwise. That's the perfect way to think about it. Yes. It is an item and everything can use everything is a baby Pokemon. It can use its ability and its moves no matter what. So, like, imagine if there were baby Pokemon that did, like, 200 damage a turn and drew you a card. I'm a hard one for a turn. Like I said, if you want to, on my channel, it's called Yu-Gi-Oh! But I talk about banned cards for 5 hours, because genuinely it took that long to talk about the banned cards. Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, imagine if... imagine, though. It's Teal Mask Ogerpon, but it doesn't even need to use its ability to attack. Like, you don't even need to get the grass energy. You can just do it. Let me turn my light on real quick. The camera's having, like, funky tracking. Here we go. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Okay, so, like, easy example, right? Since I have a Blue Eyes deck up, this right here is Sage with Eyes of Blue. Yes, exactly. Or Golden Go. Yeah. Okay, so here's Sage with Eyes of Blue. This card is a level 1 Light Tuner. 1, that's really good for Blue Eyes. 2, here's what it does. When he's summoned, I can add a level 1 Light Tuner from my deck to my hand, except itself. Then, I can discard a card, or if I want to, he can discard a card when it's in my hand, and target an effect monster I control, send it to the graveyard, and special summon a Blue Eyes from deck. That card, right there, you can only use this effect of Sage once per turn. So that card where I can target a monster I control and send it, I can only use once. This card where I can add a Light Tuner, if I summon another Sage with Eyes of Blue, I can do that effect again. And that's very easy to do in a Blue Eyes deck because of this card. This is Spirit with Eyes of Blue. This is a Link 1 that needs a level 4 or lower Dragon or Spellcaster, which Sage is a Spellcaster, so there you go. And then he gets you the field spell, Mausoleum of White. Mausoleum of White lets you do an additional normal summon of a level 1 Light Tuner. Which is crazy, because that means that you can... Real quick, actually, you know what? Watch, I'll even show you here. We'll just save that for the sake of it. Here's what stuff like this lets you do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I have some replays. I think let's see, where's the one where I go completely uninterrupted? I think it's this one. It was either this one or this one. Let's see here. Oh, that's another thing that Master Duel... Dude, replays! I can save and show people Duel replays. And deck list! Dude, why doesn't Pokemon TCG Live let me see my matches? I want to see my match history, damn it! Dude, like, that's extremely useful to me. That helps me so much, because not only does it help me contextualize the actions I'm making in-game, but seeing it again, I can see the mistakes I've made and become a better player from that. You gotta go. Later, SMG! I will be around tomorrow. We're doing Street Fighter tomorrow. Yeah, which, you know, side note, I fixed OBS, all the OBS issues I was having. So yeah, we're doing Street Fighter because last time I streamed, OBS was still having some issues. But yeah. But yeah, here's an example, right? So my opponent goes first here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so real quick, I'm just gonna speed through their turn. Oh no, effect failure! Yeah. Alright, they end there. And then I think I draw, like, Sage or something here. No, I drew Prime Bite. Okay, so watch this, right? So I can use Ether Barrel. So we're gonna use Ether Barrel. This is essentially an archetype that supports normal monsters, which this is a Blue Eyes deck, so of course that's like pretty good for us. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put down Lordly Load, we're gonna activate it, and that gets us Drill Beam. This card is a Banish, which is very useful. More importantly though, look, we're gonna go into Spirit, right? Spirit is gonna get us Mausoleum of White. But that's, okay, yeah, so he got rid of Spirit, but I have Mausoleum of White, which is fine. I don't mind that. I sadly, very sadly have to skip this one. That one too. Alright, here we go. So, I placed down Mausoleum of White. Now, mind you, I already normal summoned. You only have one normal summon per turn. But because of Mausoleum of White, I can normal summon a level 1 Light Tuner. Which, right here, Buster Whelp of the Destruction Swordsman is a level 1 light tuner. So, I normal summon Buster Whelp, and I got PokeRogue of the Destruction Sword. Using Mausoleum, I can then send a Blue Eyes to my graveyard. And I can use Lordly Load to special summon it. Then taking these two, I can go into Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. And I can place these, and I can wait. Now here's what I do. Now, this was an unoptimal combo, right? Like, this combo did not pan out well at all. But, even though I got interrupted and had non-optimal cards, I'm still able to do this. So, PokeRogue of the Destruction Sword lets me send a Destruction Sword card and Buster Blader from my deck to my grave to special summon Buster Dragon. We'll get to that in a moment. Because another thing I did was, I sent Buster Blader, and I sent Destruction Sword Memories. Destruction Sword Memories lets me banish it from the graveyard to fusion summon Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. Which I will do right now. Here we go. There he is. Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, is a very strong card that makes all your opponent's dragons force themselves into defense position, and they cannot activate any of their effects. So it is a blanket stun for all dragons. Now, you might ask, well, what if your opponent doesn't have dragons? Well, that's fine. That's what Buster Dragon is for. Buster Dragon turns all your opponent's monsters into dragons. This is what's referred to as a Buster Lock. Well, one of them. This deck actually has a few. But this one is the one that's currently done. So now, all my opponent's monsters are dragons, and they're forced to defense position, and they cannot do anything. So now, he's going to try, very much in vain, to try to establish some kind of advantage here. Yeah, it's Charizard on crack. It is immensely powerful. Like, that's basically what it comes down to. The power level of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards is way higher than other card games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has extremely explosive momentum. Extremely explosive momentum. Now, there's one other thing I forgot to mention about Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. You might be thinking, well, he got rid of some of your cards, but all his dragons are in defense position. You still have to punch through 4 dragons, right? Well, funny thing about Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, he inflicts piercing damage, which is the same as Trample in Magic the Gathering. Yeah. And mind you, I feel the need to stress, by the way, Blue Eyes is a good deck, but in this current format, yeah, I was about to say, in this, well, here's the thing, dude, even back then, 2005, one monster, one trap, dude, some of those old spells and traps are still insanely good because of how the direction of the game has turned. Like, a lot of these older spells and traps are, to this day, still, like, either limited or banned because of how strong they are. Like, I'll go over just the ones that are limited and semi-limited. So, spells, traps, and then limits and semi-limits. That's it, right? These are just the ones we'll talk about, right? Regeki, limited to 2. Harpy's Feather Duster, 1. Card Destruction, 1. Monster Reborn, 1. Heavy Storm, 1. Foolish Burial, 1. Rhoda, 1. Gold Sark, 2. So many of these cards are old, right? And like every single one of those cards is 2006 and before. Like, these are all old cards. Solemn Judgment, 2. Cyberjar is, yeah, is Cyberjar allowed actually? Cyberjar might actually be allowed at 1 nowadays. Just look at all of them real quick. Let's see, Cyberjar. Oh, wait, hold on. Can I sort by type? Yeah, here we go. Cyberjar, because Cyberjar is a level 1 if I remember correctly. No, Cyberjar is still banned. At least in Master Duel. I think it's allowed in the TCG or OCG. I think at 1. I'm gonna double check that for you, hold on. Oh no, Cyberjar is completely allowed, yeah. Cyberjar is fine. Fiberjar on the other... Yes, that's another thing too. Yeah, that's another thing that's important. You gotta remember, Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not have rotation like a lot of other card games do. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in an eternal format, right? Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is expanded all the time. Which also means that, like, yeah, a lot of interactions from older cards interact with newer cards in much more unique and much more devastating ways because of that. So yeah, like, yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. The power level of Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, like, if Pokemon TCG is at, like... Yeah, exactly, like, Path to the Peak negates V, V-Star, like... Imagine, like, always having things with, like, Ichi-Pollen on, or, like, fucking... It's genuinely crazy. Like, Oh, you know what else it's like? Because you gotta remember, on top of that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Can end in, like, 1 turn if you're not careful. So it's like if every single card would also have the potential to be Arceus Dialga Palkia, and you get all 6 prize cards in 1 good attack. You gotta remember that, too. You can just straight up win immediately. Most of the time. Like, there's no, like, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like, the power level of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards is oh, you know what's a good example? Right here. This right here, this is that grass looks greener. So, in Pokemon... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if every card was like ADP or Iron Hands and Briar was always active. Exactly. Like, that's what I mean. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of people say, like, I like to say Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, right? If Pokemon and Magic the Gathering is Street Fighter, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like Marvel. Marvel vs. Capcom. Right? It is just the most ridiculous, crazy horseshit that's just going on, and it's the best thing ever. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And I love Marvel. I love Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like, I love these kinds of games. Oh yeah, this is a perfect example, right? That grass looks greener. So first things first, right? You can only have 60 cards in Pokemon. Just imagine if you could play with less cards and you just had a card in Pokemon, an item card. Again, we need to remember, these are all item cards. Imagine having an item card that says Mill 20. Bro, I would love this in Regidrago V-Star. Bro, if I had this for Regidrago V-Star... Bro, I would love this card. Now, mind you, there's a lot of things that are analogous, but you gotta remember, even the cards that are analogous are still limited to 1. This right here is 1 for 1. You can send a monster from your hand to your graveyard and special summon a level 1 monster. Basically, this card says you can send a Pokemon and add a basic to your bench. This card is limited to 1. Because this is still insanely good in Pokemon. Or, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, right? Even though it's only level 1 monsters. Again, like the Blue Eyes deck I played plays level 1 monsters. You see the kind of things level 1 monsters can do. Just because they're level 1 does not mean they are basic. It does not mean that they are weak, right? These guys get your plays started. These guys build up to a massive wall that your opponent has to then get through in order to win. Oh yeah, I gotta try that. Dude, I don't play Expanded in Pokemon TCG, but I'm definitely considering trying it just to see what kind of things I could do with Regidrago. Because like I said, Regidrago is my favorite deck. Because it's like right up my alley. Milling, dragons, say less, I'm in. That is right up my alley. That deck is made for me. But yeah, so many of these are just very, very strong. I'm trying to think which other ones could be like pretty analogous to other like Pokemon cards. Because honestly, and then the floodgates, right? So Pokemon floodgates, you can work around, right? Because a lot of the floodgates are like, oh, Pokemon with abilities can't use their abilities, or you know, like you can't use items. Dude, the floodgates in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just straight up say you can't play the game. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you for my TED Talk on Pokemon TCG deck building and why I think this could use some work, because it is very tedious that basically the button does the exact same thing. And comparing the deck build, but again, replays? I would love replays, dude. Add replays. Replays are cool. Alrighty, let's see here. All the mega cards. Let's see. There's Mega Trick. He made a whole video for your channel. I'm only doing that. Hey, Rip! If you clip this and add it, I should. I need to do. That's what I need to do. I need to make more shorts. Oh, it's funny. Like I was talking about that talk we were having about Magic the Gathering at the beginning of stream about Universes Beyond, talking about card games. Let's see, what does this do? Oh, another perfect example of why, dude. This card is genuinely hard to read sometimes because of the shiny effect. I would really appreciate being able to just read this card's effects in a like clean window so I can actually see what it does. Like, I appreciate that the card is shiny, but like I can't read it sometimes. Like, that's really annoying. Yeah, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basics. That's pretty good. 120 is also pretty good. And then you can discard all energy and have this attack do 130 more damage. That's actually pretty good, actually. Yeah, that sounds kind of nice. I do like electric types in Pokemon TCG. Like, electric is usually like pretty aggro, and I enjoy aggro stuff. Let's see, what are the other megas? You have Mega Absol. This one also seemed pretty interesting. Yeah, if your Pokemon has 6, or if your opponent has 60 or 6 damage counters on it, you can instantly KO it. And then the other one, you can discard a card from your opponent's hand, which is also pretty cool. That one sounds nice. Mega Kangaskhan, it's Cancer Dog. Run errand. Once per turn, if this card... 2 Monkey Door. Yes, actually. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually. Yeah. If this card's in the active spot, you can draw 2 cards. You can only use 1 run errand once per turn. And then rapid fire combo, 200. If flip a coin until you get tails, this attack does 50 more for each heads. That also sounds pretty good. Honestly, because a big problem with a lot of those coin flip cards is that they need to do heads in order to do damage, but this one says, yeah, just do more damage if you get heads, right? Like, 200 is a good number, right? Like, no matter what, you're always doing 200, so you're 2-shotting most things with this, but you could potentially 1-shot things with coin flip. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good deal. 10:35 UK. See you later, Red Candy. Good night. I'm glad you came in though, because it means I have this like clip on stream talking about why I think the TCG Live could use some improvements. Pretty handy. What else we got? Yeah, Mega Latios EX, just straight 300 would be pretty crazy. Mega Mawile EX, yeah, yeah, like I said, I'll look at these a bit more carefully one day. Yeah, I'll look at the... Jesus Christ. Dude, why is Gardevoir always... Well, it's a dumb question. It's Gardevoir. Gardevoir always gets the fucking... Dude, no joke. Like, Gardevoir is, like, debatably the most consistently top-tier Pokemon in the card game ever. Like, it is crazy. Like, there's... Very rarely is there a time where Gardevoir is not a viable deck option. Overflowing Wishes sounds dumb. Correct. Now, mind you, that's an actual attack and it ends your turn, right? So, like, the idea there is that, you know, you do it, you load up on energy, and then for the next turn, right, you can deal Mega Symphonia damage. Okay, first of all, the fact that it's only one Psychic Energy to do this is absurd. But, more importantly, current Gardevoir decks, actually... This is Gardevoir EX. Read what Psychic Embrace does. Yes! Discard pile! Now, mind you, the Mega Evolutions just came out. Like, literally, they just came out in the game, like, 2 days ago. The Mega Evolutions are brand new cards. This card right here, just regular Gardevoir EX, was already a meta deck! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, Gardevoir is pretty much always an option to play. Like, it doesn't matter what time, what era, if there's Gardevoir, it's probably usable. But now, with the Mega Evolution, this deck might actually just straight up be top tier from now on. Like, I gotta change. Yeah, like, I gotta change my regular Gardevoir deck to add the Megas. But I'll get around to that one of these days. Yeah, if you've never seen, like, Pokemon cards before, by the way, hold on. If you've never seen some of this shit, yeah, this shit would be, like, crazy. Read this. Dude, Pokemon is great. I love Pokemon. Oh, well, this is the alt art version. Hold on, let me pull up, fucking edit. Here, yeah, let me get you a clean version to look at. Also, don't you like that I can't zoom in anymore on this version of the screen? That's so great. I love that. Yeah, here's a regular version. I like that version, though. It's, like, pretty, it looks like stained glass. I fuck with that. But yeah, here you go. Yes, exactly. I was just talking about that before you got on and talking about why, like, Master Duel's UI and deck builder is way better than other digital card games, dude. Like, Master Duel deck building is so clean and it's so easy, but in every other dude, you know the right clicking in this either does A, nothing, or B, it does the exact same thing that left clicking does. Like, I can't even fucking... That's so annoying. I'm playing with the mouse. It's right click. Just have right click go back or cancel or something. Like, come on, dude. Like, yeah, like, make your digital card game more ergonomic. Is that too much to ask for? Especially because... It's especially bad because in Pokemon, look at how many alternate arts some cards can have. So imagine, like, having to take really long to add, like, alternate art versions of some of these cards to your deck. It takes forever, dude. But in Master Duel, if you have, like, the alternate rarities, it just counts the card as one card and then just adds them. But it still stacks them individually in case you only want to add the shinies. Like, I was literally just going over that. It's so inconvenient. Like, right now, right? Like, real quick, right? So, look what happens when I click negative here. Right? Okay, so there's all the Charizards, right? So watch. We'll click here. Alright, here's Charizard, right? I only have 2 of this version. But, as you can see, right? I have 2 of this version, 4 of this version, 2 of that version, 2 of that version, and 1 of this version. So, if I were to add 3, you think it would just add from the other versions I have, right? No! It doesn't do that! I have to go back and manually add the art version every single time. You basically have to add in every card manually, no matter what. Every single time. It's so annoying. Yes, exactly. Just show it all in a fucking list, right? Just make it easy to drag and drop. Because that's another thing too, right? Look, you can drag and drop. So, like, what the fuck? Like, why are you fighting me over that? Like, what is going on? It genuinely makes, like, it's so, it's just ridiculously inconvenient, dude. And anyone who, side note, by the way, to anyone who thinks I'm fucking baby raging over this and you think it's not a big deal, what happens if, oh, I don't know, you're like me and you want to try out a bunch of decks? Look at how many decks I have here that I use. Like, look at this. Like, I look at these. Look, I have 5 decks here, right, that I use on a regular basis. I have to manually change and edit every individual card every single time by default. Yeah, like, the UI is genuinely, like, bad in Pokemon TCG. And in matches, it's also pretty bad because you can't see, like, card effects while, like, cards are doing stuff, right? So, like, if my opponent is using Monkey Dory's effect, I can't then click on Monkey Dory to see what the fucking effect is. So it means if you see a card that you've never seen before, you have to wait until your opponent is either not... You have to wait till your opponent's not using it, right? Because if they use it, then you can't interact with it, right? You have to wait until before they're done or after they're done. Like, it adds to the problem so much. So yeah, like, having the deck building be as bad as it is, like, the more decks you play, the worse this feels. Is the best way I can put it, right? That's what it comes down to. Like, it feels like terrible. The more decks you play, the worse it is to deal with this interface. And I like building decks. I like trying out new decks and seeing what works and what I like and what I don't like, especially because I haven't played the Pokemon TCG in a while, right? I want to experiment. I want to see what I enjoy. But it's so annoying in this. Yeah, that's another thing too. Well, you gotta remember, the Pokemon TCG doesn't have interaction like that. There's no stack or chain or anything like that. It's purely a your turn is your turn and your opponent's turn is your opponent's turn. There's no player in between turn back and forth interaction at all in the Pokemon TCG. But even then, yeah, a quick 10 seconds to see what my opponent's card does whenever I want to would be pretty nice. Cause yeah, like, it's really tedious, dude. Like, I just want to see what stuff does. Here's the thing, the game has a battle log, but like, the battle log is also kind of fucked, because it's backwards! Stuff scrolls in from the top, instead of coming in from the bottom, which is like, really weird. And also, like, the battle log, you have to expand the battle log, too, on top of that, when you're actually... Yeah, like, that kind of thing exists. Like, hold on, look, I can show you real fast. Like, here. Like, you see, I click here and click test. And I need the mulligan. Alright, so here's the battle log, right? So first things first, right? Like, you gotta drop down every single time you want to actually see what the fuck is happening. Which is kind of annoying. I'm glad you mentioned that. I don't like it either. You wanna know why? Because there's multiple artworks of cards, and what if I want to play the super shiny version of a card I have, but the fucking way it is, it's stacked, so I can't do that! Or, and a novel idea, you can do it like Master Duel, so you can just press a button to unstack or stack your cards at player choice. Just have it be an option! It's not rocket science! Yeah, or rearranging. Yeah, that would be nice too, but no. Like, it doesn't let you do that either. Like, it gets really tedious. Alright, so right here, right? We can check the battle log, we can see everything that happened, right? But we gotta draw it down, right? We gotta, alright, we're filling here, alright, we can see what they switched, okay? Which, it doesn't even, like, fully explain here, like, there's no, like, easy way to see. Like, yeah, like, it doesn't even display the energy that my Pokemon had, right? Like, it doesn't even do a good job at explaining, showing, like, the full information about why certain action took place, right? Like, he switched out this Charcadet for this one. This one has an energy on it. Like, yeah, of course he would want to switch it, but the game doesn't say that he had an energy on him, so it doesn't display that. That's so bad! Like, I like playing the TCG, but man, TCG Live, genuinely, its UI is dog shit. Like, the Pokemon TCG is very, very, very fun. I love it a lot. But this interface needs work. Always. It always needs work. Like, it seems like they genuinely just, like, never take ideas or inspiration from their contemporaries. Which, side note, please do. Please, always take ideas from people who have good ideas. Good ideas is what improves products. It doesn't matter if there's gonna be, like, fucking room temperature IQ idiots who are like, oh, they just took it from this game. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, there's that too. Like, it is really inconvenient, dude. Alright, here we go. Alright, pull up the log here. Also, yeah, look, this is the scrolling speed. I cannot change the scrolling speed. I have to grab the bars to see this. Alright, so I can see what they did, right? Like, why would you tell me he used buddy catch, but not tell me immediately what he used to grab buddy? Like, why else would I click this? It's bad, man. Oh, also, yeah, even when you're, like, in your deck, look, they all stack on top of each other, even though they have different artworks. It's, again, not fun. Yeah, like, please, give me the details. I need the details. Like, the whole reason I'm doing this is for the information. Like, why are you... Oh, God, it's so annoying. Also, let me go... Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, yeah, hold on. Let me go add these songs to the description, like, right now before I forget. Because, OC Remix is cool. You know, I have, like, them on stream listed very clearly, but just in case, I always make sure to add the songs to the description. You know, it's the least I could do for OC Remix, considering they let you use their music in remixes, which is pretty nice. Grab that one. Yeah, like, it's a really inconvenient interface. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, there we go. Boop. Does competitive TCG allow for note-taking? I'm not sure, actually. Let's see. I don't think anything that complex happens, but yes, they can. Players may take written notes during a match, may refer to those notes any time during the match. Players may choose not to share these notes with other players, but a judge may ask to see if a player's notes and request an explanation if needed. A player's note sheet must be completely free of text, handwritten or otherwise, at the start of a match. As bananas are bananaing. Players must be timely with their note-taking and may not use a device that can send or receive messages as a note-taking device. A player may not refer to notes taken during previous rounds while a tournament is still in progress. Written notes taken during a match may not be given to other players during the tournament. So yes, you can write about what's happening during the match, but not during other matches or after that match. So you basically have to scrap your notes after every match. Which makes sense to me, right? Because a judge may ask to see if a player's notes while a match is in progress, the use of codes, ciphers, abbreviations, or any other method of obscuring the meaning of information is not permitted. Additionally, notes taken by a player may not contain misinformation intended to deceive tournament staff. Should a judge request clarification or a translation for notes written in a language not spoken by tournament staff, the player must oblige. I mean, technically, yeah, but also, you could probably find a way to jimmy and end up sending notes anyway. I wouldn't try to do something like that. So yeah, like, yeah, note taking is fine. Let's see here. I like how because it's an AI that's making actions instantly, it immediately pulls up the next action before it even happens. Yeah. Yay, YouTube's not exploding. Hi again, Leia! We're not actually playing the Pokemon. Yeah, wait, why am I still playing? I think you get the idea. Yeah, this UI sucks. I was playing PokeRogue. It's funny, I started talking about Magic the Gathering during the thing, and then, like, literally, I was playing PokeRogue, and then we just got sidetracked into card games and why the Pokemon TCG, like, UI sucks. So, yeah. I like the avatar editor, though, right? You got, like, plenty of faces and skin. Look at me. Don't I look nice? And you got all kinds of, like, hairs and hairstyles and all kinds of hats and glasses, and it's great. I like this. This is nice. This is good. I have no complaints about this. Look at all the shit you can wear. I love this. I'm playing poker. Jesus Christ, I hope not. Yeah, all this right here, this is good, right? Avatar customization, great. The UI for it, also good. The scroll speed, why is the scroll speed better here? Alright, now I'm mad. Yeah, like, that's one of the main reasons I prefer playing digital card games is because it does so much of the, like, hard work for you. And makes it more fun to play because you're not too busy worrying about numbers or anything. Which, by the way, is another thing I think this game actually does do good, right? Like, when there are modular attacks, the game will tell you the actual damage that's going to happen when the modularity count occurs. So it's not like you have to do any guesswork in that regard. Like, the actual battling is fine. It's just certain aspects of it that just need to be cleaner. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. Alright, let me close the music again, because, again, we were in the middle of fucking PokeRogue, and I had to bring up why... I needed to get that off my chest on stream about why I hate the fucking UI in TCG5. So, like, where Candy showed up to talk about it, that made it really easy, dude. Because, yeah, like, like, to me, your digital version of your card game is, like, the easiest way to get new people to play your game. Games like this are missing the human interactions. You can't communicate with your opponent. Something magical about seeing your, doing a bunch of maths to your opponent go shit in person. See, here's the thing. I get that. But also, that's not the part of it that's fun to me. The part of it that's fun to me is the actual game. Like, at the end of the day, I can get human interaction from all kinds of things. Hell, the most of my human interaction is talking with you guys and watching videos with you guys. I don't care if we don't play something every day. I still get the interaction from you guys, right? I don't need a game to be the vehicle for interacting with other people. I'm not that socially inept. But at the end of the day, if I'm playing a game, the game needs to be enjoyable. That to me is always the biggest issue when it comes to things like this. My controller is disconnected, so let's reconnect it here. Now, mind you, I understand that want for human connection, because that was a big deal, especially during COVID, for, like, fighting game tournaments. Like, that was a really big issue, like, not being able to do a lot of fighting game tournaments in person. Especially because, at the time, the online structure for a lot of fighting games was, like, really bad. But because of COVID, it forced fighting game developers to actually have decent online interaction in order to, you know, deal with the world that was changing at the time. And yeah, I'm not saying that the person-to-person interaction is not valuable. I'm just saying it's not valuable to me. Like, I don't need that person-to-person interaction. Like, I don't need this to be a vehicle to friendship. Which to me, I feel is like a big issue when it comes to a lot of digital card games. Because I feel like a lot of digital card games just like, I feel like in a way they kind of just intuit that you're trying to, yeah, my controller is like actually exploding right now, so we'll just use keyboard and mouse to that's this. I have a feeling that they're like, the way they do it is like they kind of mistakenly intuit that a lot of people are going to be playing with their friends anyway. And I feel like they lack a lot of the good, like, structure and key details that's needed to actually make it playing individually, like, fun. That's always my biggest issue when it comes to that. Oh yeah, I probably should have screeched. Oh no! I think I can substitute one more time here. Why there isn't an opt-in for voice chat, bro. You know why. You know why. Listen, all it takes is little Timmy hearing one too many slurs on the interwebs playing Magic the Gathering, and then all of a sudden there's issues. Yeah, exactly. Like, do we really need that? I don't think we do. That's 80. Yeah, actually, that might be better than frustration right now. Listen, when people on the internet learn how to behave themselves, then maybe we can consider things like that. Oh, of course, that was critical hit. hell is Iron Thorns faster? Yeah! Yeah, we all know that ain't happening. No, you know what? That's why I really like Dota's behavior system. So, Dota 2 has what's called the behavior score, where basically, if you behave good or bad enough, certain abilities will just be not allowed to you anymore. Let me pull it up. Yeah, so basically Dota has a score from, I think it goes into the negatives, to 10,000 plus. And for every couple of thresholds, you get new things you can do. So, for behavior, if you have 3,000 or less than 3,000 behavior, you have throttled messages. So you can only ping, alert, and use your chat wheel every 30 seconds. So you can't just spam chat. So there's that. Once you break the 3,000 threshold, you can chat and use those pings and stuff at a regular basis. Also, having at least 3,000 means you can play ranked. So if you have less than 3,000, you can't even play ranked. Yeah, there's that too. At 5,000, you can pause in-game. So you can do the, pause the entire game, right? Just like, how Smite, you can pause for like a minute if something happens. Same thing. Also, you can draw on the map for like notifications and like strategies and whatnot. At 6,000, you get access to text chat as well as a miniature profile page that you get to decorate, which is pretty fun. At 7,000, you can get drops for treasure chests and sets, which is very good. As well as requesting coaches. So you can actually request for coaches, which is pretty cool. On top of that, at 7,000, you get to tip players in-game. So you get to be like, hey yo, that was a good gank, handshake. Hey yo, my opponents were really good, handshake. Which is, I think, really good, right? Because it means you have to be reasonable, right? At 8,000, you get access to voice chat. And then at 10,000, you get to be a coach. So you need 10,000 behavior and communication score to be a coach. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, these are two separate things. Behavior and communication are two separate things. So, like, if you have good behavior but bad communication, then those other things will be... Then the things in the communication tab will be held back. But if you have low behavior but good communication, then those things will be held back, right? But most of the time, you're probably going to have an equilibrium of both. When I was playing, I was usually at around the 9,000 range for both. And mind you, right, the game has a system for when you do get tipped and commended by other players. Commendations from your team is good, but commendations from opponents is even better. Because it means your opponents respected the way you played and the plays you made, and they gave you commendations. So that factors in more to those kinds of scores, right? It's basically your opponent giving you a handshake at the end of the match, right? And that happens all the time. Like, a lot of people say, like, Dota is really toxic, but because of how the behavior and communication system works, whenever someone was toxic and... Oh, side note, by the way, I forgot to mention this one. When you report people who are being assholes, your score goes up. So it is good for you to call out other people on their bad behavior. You get rewarded for making the game a better place for everyone playing. the game commends you and gives you better behavior and communication for reporting people who are being dickheads. And all of it has to get verified, by the way. Valve has to verify when these things happen, so you don't need to worry about if you get, like, spam reported or anything. I love how Dota 2 does this, and if there is going to be chat systems in other games, I wish other games did it the exact same way. I have no complaints about how Dota does this. Like, it is such a good and efficient system that works out fantastically. Like, yeah, if your game has to have a chat system, do this. Do it exactly like this. Also, just so you can see it here real quick, here's what it looks like when you're looking at the example of it. With maxed out behavior and communication score. Very good. This is so useful. Just do it like this. Please, just do it like this. Just do it exactly like just please. Again, please copy good ideas. Good ideas are good. They help. They innovate. They make things better. Copy good ideas. Yes, that's another thing. The game tells you when action was taken, which is also immensely helpful. Because the game lets you know, hey, that guy you reported, we did something about it. Thank you for reporting him. We appreciate it. And again, the game rewards you for it. Dude, all the skins I have on Dota are just from good behavior. I have not bought a single thing in Dota. Everything I've gotten in Dota was just for being a good player. Other games need to do exactly what Dota does. Yeah, not just a good player, but a good sport too. That's another thing, right? It's not just about being a good player, it's about not being a dickhead. And it's very easy to not be a dickhead. For some people seem to struggle with that for some fucking reason. But I don't, so the game rewards me for it. Like, yeah, thank you for being a well-mannered both ally and opponent. Both allies and opponents respect you and the way you play. Like, it's not a hard system to implement either. It's really not. Like, I wish every game that has some kind of chat system at all also did the exact same system. Even if they don't reward their players with skins directly, right? Like, you still get more stuff, right? You still get points. You can still buy, like, stuff with the points you get for it. Like, it's really not rocket science, dude. But that'll be enough for me for today. I was not expecting to go on a bunch of tirades about TCGs twice, but here we are. That's fine. I'm going to lay down now. My head has been exploding, which is why I played PokeRogue. I was not planning on streaming this long. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come around for next time. Next time being tomorrow, we'll continue with Street Fighter 6. They caught me monologuing. I can't. But yeah, we'll keep going with Street Fighter 6. I fixed OBS's issues. Everything is working now, so the game should be, like, running as poorly as it was, thankfully. So yeah, I am going to lay down now. I need a nap. Thank you! Later! Whee!